Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I think Drew Gaffney could do Jim Morrison.
Do you now?
Yeah, you can't just
Now,
see Drew up there going, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I could kind of see that.
Have to really sell it, he'd need to grow his hair out.
I don't think that's going to happen. Let's find out. Drew Gaffney, will you grow your hair out to do a Jim Morrison show?
I think that's going to take a miracle.
I think you're probably right. Oh, man. We've had some colder weather, but pretty darn good weather out there for your cattle friends out there. I'm sure that there's some calving already going on. It's moving into an exciting time of year, isn't it?
There is. We've got some calving going on. I've had some calls for baby calves and some nurse cows already, so the season has started.
It's underway. So tell us what's been going on at the Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock Barns.
So last week had 2 big days. Had feeder sales in both Burwell and Broken Bow on Thursday and Friday. Had a real big run on way-up cows, and I'll kind of tell you how those markets went last week. In the way-up division, in the high-yielding cows, we were 134 to 146. In those feeding-type cows, we were 115 to 133.75. And those poor and thinner cows, we were $1.10 to $1.14. In the heiferettes, we were $1.37.5 to $2.05. And in the bull division, we were 132 to 227.5. Called that market fully steady, maybe about 3 to 5 higher on those fatter cows. Got right into the calf and feeder division, and had, like I said, had 2 really nice runs last week in Broken Bow and Burwell. Broken Bow we had about 2,500, and Burwell we had 3,000. Kind of tell you how those markets went there. In the steer division, we had some 420-pound steers at $4 even. Had some 479-pound steers at $3.79. Had some 569-pound steers at $3.62. Had some 697-pound steers at $3.06. Had some 633-pound steers at $3.47. Had some 651-pound steers at $3.26. Had some 727-pound steers at $3.20. Had some 803-pound steers at $2.07.5. Had some 824-pound steers, 72.25. Yeah, getting the heifer division, we had some 459-pound heifers at $3.79. Had some 481-pound heifers at $3.59, and had some 524-pound heifers at $3.33. Had some 665-pound heifers at $288.50. Had some 646-pound heifers at $3.29. Had some 506-pound heifers at $3.44. And then we had some 646-pound heifers at $3.29. And all I can say about this feeder market right now in the barns is it's pretty much higher than Snoop Dogg at Willie Nelson's 80th birthday party. This week got 2 big sales. Got a bred cow and bred heifer sale in Broken Bow on Thursday. Got a really nice run of those cows. Got some dispersions. Got some nice bred heifers on that sale. Check that out. And then back on Friday, got a big day, looking at about 5,000 head of feeder calves and yearlings over in Burwell, and kicking that off with some way-up cows ahead of that, and then we'll be right on those calves and feeders at 11:30. Got any questions? Need us to come out and take a look, give me a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew. I feel like you might be conflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me explain. Wrestling and basketball happening at the same time. I know on KCNI and KBBN this week we'll be having wrestling on one station and basketball on the other. How are you going to be able to separate your attendance to those functions?
Well, that's going to be a tough one. That is a tough one. We're going to make. Well, first off, I got to work on Saturday. I forgot to mention we do have the Severs Angus Bull Sale in Burwell on Friday.
Okay.
Got any questions on those bulls? Give me a call, 308-872-1105. But yeah, Ty and Tabby Severs got a really nice run of bulls over there in Burwell on Saturday. But then, yeah, when that's over, I will be attending either basketball or wrestling. I'm drawn between the two. But
Well, it's a good.
some of the basketball I've watched has you kind of combine both sports. It looks like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could get a little rough at times. All right. Well, hey.
And I can say this, like I said last week, I've been following Broken Bow girls basketball, and it's there's been quite a few of those games. If you've got heart problems, you don't really want to be taking those games in.
Well,
they kind of put you on edge.
I'm sure Brent feels the same way when they're close like that. So we'll enjoy both wrestling and basketball. And sounds like you got a lot going on with all the special sales and regular sales. So keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, and just like to remind all the ice fishermen just to be real careful with ATVs on ice.
There you go, man. I couldn't believe that. Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah, Drew's right. There's a couple. I think we had a story on it, and I actually saw it on other news media where they're saying, hey, we don't have the best ice in the world, and if there's not 4 inches there, you don't want to be out ice fishing on it, and you certainly don't want to take a heavy piece of equipment out on that light ice. So they had a couple of close calls this past weekend, so Drew's right. Got to be careful out there. I think everybody's really itching to get out there, and they're afraid they're going to have about one chance to get out the way this weather's been going, and it looked like there was a good chance with the cold temperatures we've had, but hey, it's going to be 50-some degrees on Friday, so
Wow.
that's going to diminish ice pretty quickly. If it stays above freezing for a few days and then warms up into those temperatures, it'll be dangerous ice again. So, yeah, something to think about there if you want to go ice skating or ice fishing and get out there. It's a lot of fun, but got to make sure it's safe. So, all right, what's on your mind today?
What's on my mind? Mr. Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Toby's on my mind.
He's got to be hurting for certain.
Yeah, he's a big Minnesota Vikings fan. Didn't go so well last night. And then on the other hand, Mr. Crawley is on my mind.
Why?
Kirk Crawley. Oh, he's a big Rams fan. You didn't know that?
What? What is this California connection with that
I
guy?
don't know what it is with Kirk and Los Angeles, but yeah, big Rams fan. So those guys were kind of on my mind last night as I watched the game between the Vikings and the Rams. Needless to say, I'm guessing Mr. Crawley's feeling better this morning than Mr. Toby.
Mr. Toby. What'd they say this morning? And I'm not rubbing it in, Mr. Toby. I'm not. This was on our Fox Sports this morning that the Vikings have lost only won 2 out of the last 8 playoff games they've been in.
Oh.
So they're struggling in the postseason.
Well,
let's put it that way.
I'm a Bears fan. I can't say nothing. At least they're playing in the playoffs.
Yeah. It's tough when you have. Well, I think Mr. Toby would be able to explain it better than I can, certainly. But it seemed like the Vikings started off a little bit rough and got by with some wins, and then they really got on a roll. But there's other teams in the NFL that have done the same thing. They've got us full steam ahead, and then I don't know whether it's injuries or just the chemistry of the team at the time, whatever the case may be, they kind of run out of gas, and then they meet good competitors as well. But L.A. wasn't really having a great season compared to other teams, and they
ended real well. They were 9-3 coming down the stretch.
Right,
so yeah,
right.
But I felt like for Minnesota, the Detroit game took a lot out of them.
Well, that's probably true.
So I don't know, but 14-3 in the regular season. Again, I say I'm a Bears fan. I would have taken that any day of the week to be 14-3. No matter what happened in the playoffs.
Well, there's another football fan out there I happened to run into yesterday, Brent.
Yeah, who's that?
Rex Myers.
Oh, yeah, Rex.
And he's a Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Lions fans.
Yeah.
They've got a tough game coming up. These Washington Commanders are pretty good, and they know how to win close games. I don't know how they do it, but if it's close, they seem to find a way to win it. So
Meanwhile, back at the NFL ranch,
yes,
Kansas City's just sitting around kind of twiddling their thumbs, maybe, playing video games and
yeah, waiting.
yeah. They say there's Rex mentioned it yesterday. Sometimes that's not a good thing.
Sometimes
that
not.
layoff. But if you have injuries and you're healing,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. I can't imagine Green Bay playing another game after this weekend. All the players they lost.
Yeah.
And the Eagles will move forward, but they had a couple injuries, and so they play a lot of games in a year. You look how many games. What'd you say?
Well, they're up to 17 now.
17 games in
Yeah.
a season. That and that's a lot of banging.
And one bye week.
One bye week.
And you never
17
know
games.
when it's going to come. I mean, for some teams, it comes early. So, yeah.
Yeah, it would be hard to maintain health for 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
The way these guys, these 300-pound linemen hitting you and running faster than most of us can. I mean, it's pretty amazing, really. Brent, did you want to
Yes.
take care of this one, or do you want me to? Because
What's that?
Will this put you on an island, the feast?
I don't care. I can read it if I need to.
I won't. That wouldn't be nice of me.
Thank you.
I don't want to make Mom mad down in Arkansas.
Okay.
And
All right.
Certainly.
Are you going to read it?
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
okay.
I
All
didn't.
right.
I guess if I knew about this, I had forgotten it. But there's what they call the Feast of the Ass,
Oh.
and it's a Christian holiday. It was a Christian holiday in France
Uh-huh.
during medieval times that celebrated all the donkeys of the Bible.
Oh, okay. My problem was just reading the title of it. I don't have a problem with the holiday. I didn't want to.
I know it would bother you.
Yes. So thank you.
But for you, I will change it. It will be the
Okay.
Feast of the Donkey.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Now that we've got it further into the paragraph, they kind of stopped celebrating it in the 15th century
Uh-huh.
when parties got a little too rowdy for the Catholic Church at the time for their liking. Evidently, it was kind of a big party celebrating donkeys,
Yeah.
and but it still is something that we can say if you like to say things that aren't really dirty words that.
Yeah. That's still seem like they are.
Yeah. But it's no longer practiced. Now,
Okay.
I was telling Brent over in Ireland, they have a holiday centered around the goat.
Mm-hmm.
And they sacrifice a goat. That was a very special holiday in Ireland for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one community that's kind of known. They continue that celebration, but they don't actually, give up the goat.
Mm-hmm. I
But
see.
It's a really neat little town.
Uh-huh.
They got a kind of like a flagpole in the middle where they have the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to that medieval thing again.
Yes.
I think the evil part is in those days were something we can understand. Birthdays today, Brent. If you folks out there having a birthday, you're celebrating with LL Cool J.
All right.
Yep. Whose real name is James Smith. Considered
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew what his real name was.
Yep.
It's just that normal.
Yeah.
James Smith.
James Smith, but he's
Wow.
LL Cool J.
Okay.
He's 57, one of the forefathers of pop rap, Grammy winner of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, stars in the TV drama NCIS Los Angeles.
Yes. Yeah, he's an NCIS agent. I don't think NCIS LA's on anymore.
I wouldn't know. There's so much Law and Order on my TV
Yeah.
that I...
Well, there's a lot of NCIS on too.
Is there?
Oh yeah.
Dave Grohl is 56 today, musician from as drummer for Nirvana to the frontman of the Foo Fighters and also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Been playing since he was a teenager. Holland Taylor is 82 today. She broke out playing Tom Hanks' boss in the sitcom Bosom Buddies.
I remember that show.
She also played Charlie Sheen's sarcastic mom in 2.5 Men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Faye Dunaway, she would be up there classified as a movie star. She acted. She still may be acting. She's 84, Oscar-winning actress. Got noticed clear back in 1967 for the movie Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
That really got her the attention that she deserved. 'Cause she's a great actress. Caleb Followell is 43 today, guitarist and lead vocalist for the band Kings of Leon. Formed it with his 2 brothers and a cousin. And Slick Rick, he is a rapper.
Oh, okay.
He's 60 today.
I wouldn't know Slick.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
His real name is Richard Walters.
Oh, okay.
So he broke out with Doug E. Fresh and the Gap Fresh crew in the mid-'80s. And went on to become a hip-hop icon. He's one of the most sampled hip-hop artists ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, happy birthday.
So those are some birthdays for you. It's also Feast of the Donkey.
Okay. I thought you were wanting me to say it.
No, I don't expect you. Your mom would not be happy. I don't want to make Mom mad at me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what they call...
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Jack Blank.
Yes, yeah.
Then that's also used for expressing, especially a man, I guess, who's being a jerk.
It can be used as a derogatory term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't use that word for ladies, though, usually. I mean, you don't ever hear of a lady being called a Jack Blank.
No.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
You don't want to go there, do you?
No, my island awaits.
Okay, school lunch menus real quick.
Okay.
Before we get in trouble here. Broken Bow Middle and High School today. I didn't mark off yesterday. Today's the 14th, right?
It is.
Okay, so today they're having beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich, fresh-baked Italian turkey subs, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter, grill station combo, and hot dog basket.
All right, Arnold today, chicken fajitas at Arnold School.
Callaway, let's see, I haven't seen it yet. I keep looking for the Callaway concoction. Put that on the menu. But anyway, today it looks good. Chicken bacon ranch pasta.
At Ansley today, they're having chili at Ansley.
The 14th day. We're not quite halfway, but close to halfway through the month of January 2025.
That is true.
It's crazy. Litchfield is having biscuits and gravy today and tacos for lunch.
Anselmo Myrna, beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwich. Some of the choices at Anselmo Myrna.
Today, in Sargent, at the schools, chicken noodle, mashed potatoes, fruit cup, apple crisp, dinner roll, and milk.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices are showing beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich, made fresh Hawaiian pizza, and a fresh baked ham and cheese sub. Some of the choices at Gothenburg today. Those are your school lunch menus. The menu today at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is going to be baked spaghetti today with peas and fruit. That'll be at the Prairie Pioneer Center. If you'd like to join them and dine in at the center, please call by 9 a.m. to let them know you'll be attending so they can prepare accordingly. If you need a meal delivered, give them a call. The number is 872-6121, 872-6121 for the Prairie Pioneer Center.
Thanks, Brent. Boy, that shirt you have on looks
Dave.
Good on you.
Thanks, Dave.
That's a nice shirt.
I make every shirt look good.
Oh, boy. Now, Mom's not going to like that. Did you hear that, Jim?
Uh,
Going to reel this kid in.
What can I say?
You want to play the game?
Sure we can.
Oh, God.
It's Walk Your Dog Month.
Oh, that's a good thing to do.
Don't you think January's a weird month for Walk Your Dog Month? I mean, it's just, it's cold.
It is. Maybe it's just to remind you that your dog still wants to walk whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it is a little bit. You'd think maybe April or May would be walk your dog. But
All right, so we're asking questions about dogs, and here's your question for today. Which medium-large Canadian dog was used to fetch waterfowl and nowadays is one of the popular breeds for guiding the blind?
okay.
Your choices are the Labrador Retriever, the Beagle, the Rottweiler, or the Sheltie. Which medium-large Canadian dog was used to fetch waterfowl and nowadays is one of the popular breeds for guiding the blind? Your choices are the Labrador Retriever, the Beagle, the Rottweiler, or the Sheltie. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
The Tumbleweed Cafe is not the Tumbleweed Cafe of 10 years ago. If you haven't already, swing through the drive-thru with ready-to-go meals or call ahead. Of course, daily specials and a Sunday buffet as well. They're excited to announce that Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill is officially open. Head to the west side of the Tumbleweed 7 days a week from 5 to 10 p.m. and later on Broken Bow game nights. Nightly specials, delicious sports bar food, and drinks await. The Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill in Broken Bow.
I can't believe we didn't get a call on that. It's Tumbleweed Day. Let's give it another try here. Read that question again,
Okay,
if you would,
sure.
Brent. Thank you.
Which medium-large Canadian dog was used to fetch waterfowl and nowadays is one of the popular breeds for guiding the blind? Your choices are the Labrador Retriever, the Beagle, the Rottweiler, or the Sheltie, and your prize would be a free food item from Cracker Jack's Sports Bar and Grill.
Well, who doesn't want to get that?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it's the Beagle.
No.
Okay, so we eliminated one. Let's
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you can cross that off.
Beagles don't take instructions very well.
Yeah.
Let's find out who we have on the phone here. Good
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Who are we talking to?
This is Billy Bales, Broken Bow's #1 sports fan.
Well, you are, Billy. You are that. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Good. Here's your question from your friend Brent.
Okay.
Okay, Billy. Which medium-large Canadian dog was used to fetch waterfowl and nowadays is one of the popular breeds for guiding the blind? Is it the Labrador, I was just going to say Labrador Retriever, the Rottweiler, or the Sheltie? What do you think?
I'm going to say Sheltie. I might be wrong, but I might.
Yeah, not a Sheltie. So now your choices are we'll let you use a lifeline here, Billy, and we'll narrow it down to two choices. Here's your 50-50. The Labrador Retriever, which is what I would recommend you saying, and then the Rottweiler. What do you think?
Labrador Retriever?
You got it, my man. You're the man.
So, Grant.
Yes.
Do you, Kurt Crawley's got to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
I think he
Rams
is.
won last night.
Yeah,
But
they played really well. Man,
the
they're deep.
Vikings, they struggled the last part of the year, didn't they?
Yeah, the last couple of games.
I wonder if, are you going to, when you do the game Friday night, are you going to say something to Mr. Toby about that?
Well, I might. I guarantee you I'll be tempted. But you know what, Billy, at the end of the day, his team made the playoffs and ours didn't.
I know, but we're going to get better one of these years, and we'll make the playoffs. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll make the playoffs.
I hope so. We're going to still be fans no matter what, aren't we, Billy?
Yeah, that's right. You're a Cubs fan. And
I am.
Why did the Cubs trade away that one guy for the outfielder? Why did they get rid of him?
Oh, were you talking about Cody Bellinger?
Yeah, why?
Well, I think one of the reasons is they picked up Kyle Tucker, who's an outfielder from Houston.
Uh-huh.
And so that when they signed him, our outfield got kind of crowded. And so I think that was kind of what caused Bellinger to move on.
So you're going to do girls wrestling Thursday night, right?
Yeah, we're going to be up there to do the bow triangular with Gothenburg and Valentine, and we'll have girls and boys matches that
And
we'll
that
call.
will be fun because one of my friends wrestles for Broken Bow.
Yeah?
Ida. She's a wrestler.
Yes, she's having a great season. The Broken Bow
Yes, she
girls
is
are having a great year in their
I've
first
been
one.
to 3 of her meets,
Uh-huh.
and she's placed second in all of them, but I'd like to see her get first one of these times.
Yeah.
And qualify for state. But there's always a woman that I haven't seen her walking lately. Mrs. Garner always walks her dog in the morning, but I don't think she's doing it now.
Yeah.
I don't know if she is or not, because when I walk in the summertime, I always see her walking her dog.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes Mike walks with her,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he's doing that. I don't know if they're doing it now or not.
Uh-huh.
But when I walk in the summertime, they're always walking their dog
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
All right, well,
Thanks, Billy.
And make sure Dave behaves himself today, please.
Yeah, well, we'll do our best, Billy, but
All right.
as you know, that can be difficult.
Yeah, I can. All right, you guys have a good day.
See ya.
Billy.
Bye.
Bye. We'll be right back.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
Come to Ritter Hereford's Bull and Heifer Sale January 30th for cattle you can count on for growth, calving ease, great carcass, and great disposition. Selling 100 bulls, yearlings, and 2-year-olds, and 60 yearling heifers. All cattle are rated for carcass and all bulls for calving ease. Buy into 118 years of selection for economic traits that put profit in your cow herd. Ritter Hereford's January 30th, Callaway, Nebraska.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason. Their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is all about gearing you up for sports. Whether it's for participating or for cheering from the stands, they have it. It's time for their semi-annual shoe sale, giving you 25% off all regular price shoes. So head through their door on west side of the square and bring your feet to do some test fitting. They carry the brands you're looking for, like Mount to Coast, Ufas, Brooks, Twisted X, and Merrill. Geared for Sports, open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. 25% off regular price shoes at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
Brent and Dave with you here. We've got a couple more minutes before we hit the news here. So I want to tell you a little bit about getting a cup of coffee and having some fun at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. And they have all sorts of different great coffees for you, different blends and so forth at the full barista bar. But they also have a gift shop and something for everyone. They're open from 8 until 5, Tuesday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 until 3. Right now, a cup of coffee and a breakfast burrito doesn't sound too bad. Or a
sounds
bagel.
pretty good.
Homemade baked items. They also offer fresh squeezed lemonade, Consuela handbags.
Consuela. Good job.
Consuela.
Yes.
I'm close. They're very expensive, I understand, but priced right there.
Yes.
Yard decor, fun pickleball sets, fresh baked goods, and home decor, all available at this historic destination. Beautiful building. They turned it into a gem. And every week they have a Customer of the Week, so stop in and give yourself a chance to win a free beverage. Stop in and sip while you shop at Brubaker's in Arnold, Nebraska. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A new burst of dangerous winds today threatens to slow up progress fighting the deadly Southern California wildfires. CBS's Tom Hansen is in L.A.
In the forecast, we're seeing the wind could reach up to 70 miles an hour.
A just-released portion of Special Counsel Jack Smith's report concludes Donald Trump would have been convicted of election interference had he not been elected in November. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
He reiterated the evidence that he had that Donald Trump pressured state officials, made fraudulent claims about the election, misused his official power.
A Senate confirmation hearing begins this morning for Mr. Trump's controversial choice for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. CBS News military consultant Jeff McCausland.
He suggests that the biggest threat to American national security right now is wokeism amongst the senior leadership of the U.S. military.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Between all the holiday parties, weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers.
We've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays. But now, we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day.
Active Liver contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, all natural ingredients that help protect the liver so that it can protect you from toxins. It's like giving my body a daily detox. I've never felt better, and my energy is through the roof.
And my doctor is already impressed with how much better my numbers are looking. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available in both tablets and as a delicious gummy. You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, 4 people were rescued after their ATV broke through the ice at Lake Maloney over the weekend. Officers with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission and the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office responded to the north side of the lake around 7 p.m. on Saturday. Conservation officers said 4 people were ice fishing with an ATV when they fell through the ice. Nearby fishermen helped get the 4 men out of the water safely with no injuries. The ATV remains in the lake and will be removed at some point with the help of the Nebraska Public Power District. A similar incident also happened Saturday at Cottonwood-Steverson Wildlife Management Area in Cherry County. An ATV broke through the ice there and there were no injuries reported. The ATV also remains in the lake. With the arrival of frigid temperatures and ice fishing being a favorite outdoor activity during the winter months, officials remind the fishermen to constantly check the thickness of the ice. They say at least 4 inches of ice is needed safely to walk and fish on the lake. 5 to 7 inches is needed safely to drive a snowmobile or an ATV. 7 to 8 inches can support a side-by-side ATV. Anything under 4 inches, people are asked to stay off the ice. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the NFL playoff game Monday night, the Rams beat the Vikings 27-9. Sam Darnold was sacked 9 times, 6 of those in the first half when he had 1 interception and 1 fumble returned for a score. The Rams advanced to play at Philadelphia Sunday afternoon in the divisional round, while Minnesota's franchise in the last 20 years has a playoff record of 3-8. Coach Mike McCarthy will not be back with Dallas. The NBA late game went to the Spurs at the Lakers, 126-102. That contest was tied to start the fourth quarter. The Lakers at halftime did retire Michael Cooper's number 21. The Clippers were at home as well and beat Miami 109-98. Toronto ended a 5-game losing streak, edging Golden State 104-101. Houston 120-118 winners against Memphis as Jalen Green scored 42 points. In college basketball, Rutgers sent UCLA to a 4th straight loss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. 31 today, under overcast skies, winds out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, lows level off around 15. Highs around 45 tomorrow. Dry with temps a bit above average Thursday and Friday, and highs from the mid-40s to the low 50s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Lines Appliance in Broken Bow prides themselves on being a local connection to the very latest in appliance technology. They also have some of the best grills on the market and the best looking TVs too. Visit Lines Appliance in Broken Bow.
8:05, let's go outside and find out what it really feels like with happy Jack Simpson. Jack?
Well, good morning, everybody. 17 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Winds coming out of the east up to 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.26 and humidity at 91%. No rain or snow in the last 24 hours, and the precipitation for this month will stay 1200s. High yesterday was 40. Overnight low 17. Sunrise today was at 8:03 and sunset today 5:33.
Thank you, Jack. Hey, question, Jack.
Yes, sir, Britt.
Well, I'm Dave,
Yeah,
but
sorry, Dave.
That's all right. Hey, when you get here real early in the morning, was the moon shining brightly when you came out here, or was there cloud cover?
There was I didn't really see much of the moon this morning, but there was definitely a cloud cover this morning.
Okay. During the early morning hours, probably more like 2 o'clock in the morning, I got up and looked out the kitchen window, and the moon was like lighting up everything. You could see clear across the street, but I guess it must have clouded up sometime later, and that's holding those temperatures comfortable. And
Well, the moon was beautiful yesterday, that was for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, this is Brent,
Hi
and
there, Brent.
I've got a question for you. When you give us the wind direction, do you lick your finger and stick it up in the air to see what direction the wind is blowing? Or
I used to do that when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie, but not much anymore.
no? Okay, all right. I'm just curious.
Yep.
I know it's hard sometimes to tell.
Yep.
And when it's a light breeze, and we have a flagpole out there, and we put some American flags up there, which would really be nice because then you could tell pretty easily. But there's no cover out here, and so far, when we put one up, the last two, the wind just eats them up. Tatters them so quickly. And I thought about getting one of those, what airports use, a wind sock, put up there. But they got all these attachments and things. You got to read the instructions to put them together. So I kind of held off. I talked to Jeremy, and he likes that sort of thing. He likes to read instructions.
Yeah.
But
Jeremy's good at building things.
Yeah, he could build us a windsock.
Yeah. Maybe we could just, to save money, because I know you're frugal.
Oh, yes.
We could just get one of your socks and just hang it up there. And
I think it's long enough.
Yeah, see?
How long of socks do you have? You wear boot socks, or what do you got on there, Jack?
I'd say boot socks.
Okay, well, we could tie ours together.
Okay.
And make a windsock.
Yeah. All right.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ooh, it's Temperature Tuesday.
It is.
Temperature Tuesday.
At Runza. Yeah, there you go.
Let's find out what it's going to be today. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I hope the right commercial plays. Now that I promote it, here we go.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
The coldest stores in Runza land are at Yankton, South Dakota and Wayne, Nebraska with below zero readings. This means your original Runza sandwich is free today when you purchase a fry and medium drink today only at Runza.
Wow, thank you, Yankton and Wayne.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being cold this morning.
We just talked yesterday about that, and again, it's quite amazing. If it was 3 degrees, that would be 3 cents for a Runza, and they're not nearly as busy as when it's below zero or zero.
It's free.
That's human nature.
Yes, it is human nature.
All right. Okay. I just going to be totally honest this morning.
Okay.
I try to be honest every day.
You are. Yeah, you're an honest guy.
But I just don't really have any ideas for music today. Usually I kind of got a little behind this morning. I was putting together the Temperature Tuesday Runza commercial.
Sure.
And I got here and kind of got sideways with some things, and I didn't get, my music plan made.
Yeah?
Now, sometimes it just falls together. You don't have a plan, and we'll play oldies, or even sometimes we played big band or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it in your hands today.
Wow.
So, and I know there'll be some Don Williams involved.
Oh, not necessarily. You want to know what comes to my mind?
Sure.
Don't ask me why. Covers.
Cover songs. That would be
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Let's just start with one.
Okay, yeah.
And then you can think up some more, or you can
Google,
yeah. Take all the fun out of it. But anyway, this is a cover that Rodney Crowell did a few years ago. It's called Tobacco Road. Good cover there of Tobacco Road by Rodney Crowell. So it's cover songs today. Brent did not go to his telephone. We were trying to think of some here.
I've got a bunch running through my mind.
Okay.
You said Don Williams. I'm thinking Alan Jackson, It Must Be Love.
Oh, yeah.
He did a cover of that, which was pretty good.
Summertime Blues is a cover that he did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop It. Alan did a lot of covers that ended up being
hits.
Yeah. Who's Cheating Who was a cover that he did. Pop It Top.
Lots of covers
Yeah.
there. It's Old New Year's Day today, so...
Old New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you prefer the Julian calendar, or more likely you're an Orthodox Christian, today is New Year's Day. It's known as the Old New Year. And the Julian calendar is slightly longer than the one we use now, so New Year's Eve changes, about every 200 years or so. So it doesn't float as much as the traditional calendar now. It's, National Dress Up Your Pet Day.
Oh. Time to put the dog in a sweater. Which is good. It's cold outside.
Well, by the way, yes, veterinarians say it's okay to dress up your pets just as long as it doesn't stress them out or constrict their breathing or make them look stupid. That last one is where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think they do have vests that protect them. If you're going to walk your dog in January, they have little vests or big vests, or depending on the size of your dog, that you can... they actually, speaking of clothing and things like that, they actually have coveralls or fishing gear now that you wear, pants and a coat that are, weather resistant. They have all this high-tech stuff anymore.
Yes.
And you can also, with this one particular product, float.
Oh.
Yeah, you wear the pants and the jacket.
Okay.
And I think they'll float for like 15 or 20 minutes. They'll hold you up in the water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might test it in the bathtub first.
Yeah.
Before you go out and just jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I would agree with that.
I think it's kind of expensive as well.
Is it? Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Make us part of your morning routine.
Just really great music, and you guys are fun and active and lively and just a good station.
Central Nebraska wakes up with Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
Hey Ryan, are you ready for a new year?
I sure am, but there's something I want people to know.
Okay, what's that?
Well, that RTA's Hardware is much more than a place where you can buy what you need for your home projects.
You mean how we have microwaves?
Yeah, microwaves, coffee makers, kitchen utensils, home decor, toys, disc golf items, the list goes on.
So what you're saying is we have way more than what we can mention in this ad?
That's exactly what I'm saying. See you in 2025.
RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Check the aisles for what you're looking for first. At Power Solutions, they know that finding the right solutions can sometimes be hard. Maybe you're just in need of Vermeer parts or maintenance. Give them a call at 308-872-5522 or stop in 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2 and let their Vermeer sales rep and parts person get you fixed up. That's 308-872-5522 for Power Solutions, your greater Broken Bow area Vermeer dealer.
The new year is here, and the staff at Barney Pharmacy is looking forward to another wonderful year serving you. We all know how hard winter weather can be on your skin. To battle the effects, shop with their in-store circular for savings. O'Keefe's Working Hands and Healthy Feet, Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion and Cleanser, Eucerin Lotion, they're all on the shelves, ready to make your skin feel amazing. Happy New Year from Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
Back live here, it's 8:17. We'll be bringing you a report with Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company here in just a little bit, so keep it right here. Right now, my good friend, my brother and son, all in one, my co-host, Brent Apperson, has something he wants to tell you about.
Yeah, we want to tell you about the third Thursday of the month, which is happening this week at Rustic and Red in Cozad. Every third Thursday, they do their Sip and Shop, and they're calling it, this time around, January.
Okay.
Not January, but January. Sip and shop at Rustic and Red. Sales are going to run all day from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Thursday. The sipping will start at 4. Jeans. That's the key here. Jeans, 30 to 50% off. Plus, take an extra 10% off from the marked discount on all jeans. And they got a lot of specials going on, so I'm just going to run through them here. Listen close. 30 to 50% off ladies' apparel. 30% off Christmas puzzles, 50% off Christmas pillows, 50% off Christmas decor, 50% off single ornaments, 50% off snow globes, and 50% off their winter florals as well. Sales and a chance to register for their door prize will run all day. Chance to register for a second door prize will happen from 4 to 7 on Thursday. Plus, everyone gets a valuable coupon to use on their next visit to Rustic and Red in Cozad. So join them for their Sip and Shop. It's the first third Thursday of the month celebration at Rustic and Red this week.
Thank you, Brent. We have a note from Sean Simpson up in Taylor, and he reminded us that George Strait covered Amarillo by Morning, which was a huge...
That was a cover. I don't know if I knew that was a cover.
I believe he's right.
Oh.
So, and we'll send this one over to Becky and Arnold as well. She loves this song for some very good reasons. So here's George Strait's cover of Amarillo by Morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
It's your year to bank smarter. Leave your regular checking account in 2024 and upgrade to Premier Checking with Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you do anyway. Already have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Wanting to set up a new account? Stop by and complete our quick and simple sign-up process. Check out details and rates at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
Well, hello everybody, Mark Stock here with Big Iron Auction Company, and today at 1 o'clock, we've got a breeding stock sale, folks. If you are in the market for some bred Red Angus first calf heifers, check out 40 head that are selling out of Lamar, Colorado. We also have 27 head that will sell out of Williamsburg, Kansas. And over by Arnold, Nebraska, folks, 90 head of Red Angus and Red Baldy open replacement heifers will sell today. Nathan and Kendra Mills will be selling different size packages, but altogether, folks, there'll be 90 different head. If you are looking for some good quality females, these girls are ready to go to work, and all you have to do is dial up bigiron.com and buy these online over the internet today. The first items start to close at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then tomorrow, folks, on January the 15th, we have 472 items that will sell. This is a machinery auction. First items start to close at 9 o'clock in the morning. Tyler Heinsohn is from Greensburg, Kansas, one of the featured sellers, selling a John Deere 9650 combine, Case IH Magnum 315 mechanical front tractor, Great Plains double disc drill. They have several tillage tools that will sell. Plus, they've got a Ford F700 single-axle grain truck and a Steiger Puma 100 four-wheel drive tractor. Habiger Farms, Inc., they are retiring by Ellenwood, Kansas. They have a Travelong 24-foot gooseneck livestock trailer, John Deere 637 disc. They've also got a John Deere 8-row 30 planter. It's a 1750 Max Emerge Series machine, a John Deere 4440. It's a 1982 push-button door. You need to check that tractor out. A John Deere 886 8-row 30 cultivator, also being sold. AKA Landon Cattle by Arapahoe, Nebraska. They've got 24 items on the sale tomorrow. A Caterpillar 303 CR mini excavator, Smithco side dump ag trailer. This thing you pull with a tractor, folks, and it is quite the rig. They got a Cummins 65 kW skid-mounted diesel generator also selling. T&L 7-tower pivot. James Poss by Elba, Nebraska will sell a 2023 year model Great Plains HT 1100 25-foot Terramax vertical tillage tool. Really nice machinery selling here on Wednesday, January the 15th. Over 450 items once again, all represented by the owners. Their name and their number is listed, folks, so please give them a call and do your due diligence. Now, next week, January the 21st, we have our Nebraska Sandhills breeding stock auction. Some really nice bred cows will sell. January the 22nd, a machinery sale that features over 530 items. Then on Thursday, January the 23rd, Dwayne and Lori Miller, they are retiring. They have some really nice green machinery, folks. A John Deere S660 combine, a John Deere 8200 mechanical front tractor. It's a 1998 model. A 1980 John Deere 4640. There's a John Deere 1770 16-row 30 planter on this sale and a J&M 620 grain cart. Super, super sharp equipment that will sell here on Thursday. And then on Friday, Mark and Nancy Luchins, folks, by Louisville, Nebraska, will sell 156 acres of Cass County land in 2 different tracts. Shane Zudevern is the Big Iron Realty agent that is facilitating this auction that will conclude here on Friday of this upcoming week. The following week, folks, big sales scattered all across the country, like the David Fothner Retirement Auction in Dalton City, Illinois, Parallel Ag in Muleshoe, Texas. Late model equipment on that sale. Scott Olin is from Canberra, Minnesota. Big sale there. Shane Chad is from Maxville, Kansas. Boy, do they have some powerful, good quality machinery. In Taylorville, Illinois, the Nolan Farms Inc. retirement sale will take place here on January the 30th. Another sale in Texas, Hereford, Texas, folks, for Ag Land and Cattle Company. Just go to the Big Iron website, and you can scroll through all of this late model equipment that will sell on the Big Iron website. And then we'll get some more land selling as we get into February and into March. And we're still listing machinery that will sell in the latter part of February into March and into April right now. If you've got items you would like to sell, we encourage you to pick up the phone and give us a call. That's 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL with an 8 at the end. We sell 8. And then we'll get the local area rep to come out and visit with you on the machinery side. And if you've got real estate you would like to sell, we can handle that as well. And we can schedule a time to visit with you in person, over the phone. We can meet you at the farm or ranch, and we can look at that property over. If you've got livestock you'd like to sell, Pat Cruzy is ready to drive out to your location and get your livestock exposed to the hundreds of thousands of people that come and visit our website every week because they buy machinery, they buy land, they buy livestock. We try to cover all the bases for you. If you have any questions, once again, give us a call. That toll-free number is 1-800-937-3558. Or if you're on your smartphone or you just want to call us direct, that number is 402-564-3369. That's 402-564-3369. Or just go to bigiron.com for more information. Thank you very much.
Chris Stapleton with Tennessee Whiskey. Of course, that is a cover that he really did well with. George Jones originally performing that and recording it. And probably as big a hit for Chris Stapleton as it was George Jones when he released it. Sounds quite a bit different. You put the two together, but worked for Chris.
Yeah.
And he's got some other covers as well, which we may reach into the cover box for. Brent, while we have a moment here.
Yes, sir.
And I know we promo our sports a lot, but we want everybody that wants to find out what's happening with our high school athletes to know what we're doing and what we're covering. And we have all these great businesses that are making the time available to do so. So it's really picking up towards the end of the week here with all the different things we mentioned, wrestling earlier. You want to go through that real quick?
Sure. We'll take you to Thursday, and we will have high school wrestling on the air for you. We're going to broadcast Broken Bow matches and the Broken Bow duels against Gothenburg and Valentine, as Broken Bow will host that triangular on Thursday, and we'll broadcast those for you on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. Matches scheduled to start around 5 o'clock. And so we'll have the Broken Bow matches for you through the course of that evening that you can listen to on KCNI radio. And then on KBBN on Thursday, the guys are going to be in Dunning to cover Sandhill Setford against Anselmo Myrna basketball. And I believe the boys varsity is up first at 6, and then the girls will follow. We'll do that on KBBN radio. We'll also do the live video stream, too, of that on Thursday night. Then on Friday, we'll be at the Indian Gym in Broken Bow, as Broken Bow will take on Wood River in a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Girls tip at 6, boys will follow. Those will be on the radio on KBBN, 95.3 FM Friday night. And then on Saturday, we're going to head over to Dunning, and we'll have more wrestling for you. It is the Sandhill Setford Wrestling Invitational, and it also serves as the MNAC tournament as well. And so we will have a lot of area wrestling for you. We pick it up in the semifinal round. It's very hard to pinpoint an exact time when that will start. We kind of say mid-afternoon, maybe around 2 o'clock or so. But we will keep you updated from the site as to when we'll be going on the air live. But we'll cover the semifinal round and that'll be on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM Saturday afternoon, probably even into the evening a little bit.
Okay. Thank you for that. Our guest is in the studio, Mr. Chris Smith. How are you doing?
You know, that's pretty impressive. Just not only the amount of things that you're going to cover, but that you just did all of that from memory.
Yeah, it was right off the cuff.
Yeah.
I agree, Chris.
You know, I was like, no way I would have had like this long list, like been trying not to like sound like I was reading it, and here he is just pew pew. You must have like photographic memory.
Well, for right now I can do it, Chris, but
next week will be different.
I was going to say next week or a few years from now, it probably will be all written out.
It'll look
and
like
I'll
this.
have to read it.
Yeah, booklet.
That's what I use. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good job, Brent.
Thank you, Chris. Good to see you.
I know
How
you don't
been?
get told that a lot, so good job
Oh,
from your
well-
boss.
Well,
you know.
thank you.
Yeah.
A question.
So glad you came in today.
Yeah, I bet you are. Chris, is this the time that you purchased at the gala?
This is time that we're taking out of Christy's pocket, yes.
Oh, well, you take as much time as you need. Oh, Dave's going to the intercom.
This is Christy.
Yeah, Christy, this is Brent and Dave. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, really good. We're getting ready to do an interview with Chris Smith from Palmer Monument. This would be the time that we are donating that he purchased at the gala. And how long was that supposed to be?
He gets 15 minutes this time, and because he's coming in 15 minutes again some other time. Okay. 15 minutes.
She sounds angry about this.
Boy, start the timer.
Yeah.
Man.
And there's no commission coming your way on
No,
this.
none whatsoever.
Well, just thank you so much. We'll try to hold it to 15 or so minutes.
Right.
Yeah, that would be good.
The Custer County Foundation appreciates your donation, Christy.
Yeah, thanks, Christy.
Goodbye.
Appreciate your donation, but don't you go over 15 minutes.
Boy, She's like that when she comes in to sell me advertising too. She just kind of you're going to buy this, and you're going to buy this, and you're going to buy this, and out the door she goes.
Hey, I got a little something that we can throw her way, because I don't know if her sales description, job description, includes hauling dresses around. But I happened to be downtown yesterday.
Yeah.
And the station car was down in front of the prom dress shop, and her and Kelly Safranik were carrying dresses, I believe, in or out. How do we deduct that from her salary, Brent?
Now, careful now. Was this during her lunch hour?
No, this was mid-afternoon.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on her own.
Sorry, Christy, I tried, man.
Well, I'm sure what happened is she was out there and she was selling advertising, and somebody probably said, "Hey, I have my daughter's dress. Would you take them to your prom shop?" And so she didn't want them to get glitter and sequin all over the station car. And so she was really thinking about your guys' equipment and maintaining it.
Wow, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Christy, Chris has your back right now. That's pretty good.
She also has a couple of our dresses. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So my daughters are out of the prom situation now that they're into college, but we had a few of those around there. So, yes, she has a few of those down there, and they have several lovely dresses.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good deal.
It is.
It's a good deal. But we'll have to deduct something from her commissions, but we'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Let's talk about what you want to talk about today, Chris.
Yeah, so we're back in our time of year where Palmer Monument and other locations that we have their annual winter sale. And so this is a good time for folks to come in and kind of prearrange, or maybe they've had a need that's come up over the past year, but come in and meet with one of the salespeople and see if we can't figure out what somebody might want for a memorial.
This has been going on for many years, but it's a really good window for people to start thinking about that sort of thing and get something set up, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a good time to start those conversations, a good time to save a little bit of extra money, because we, like you said, we've done it for years, and we're very lucky because we've talked to our manufacturers and they give a rebate for us. And so this time of year, if somebody purchases something, then when we reorder, we turn in that rebate and get that back. And so it's based on price, but if somebody buys something that's $1,250 or more, they can save $125 off of it. If it's $2,000 or more, they can save $200, or if it's $3,000 or more, they can save $300 off of that. So a little bit of extra savings that you can build into it. The other thing that we're telling people this year is because of all the talk of tariffs, those prices will go up here shortly. Really, I'm going to guess in February if our president-elect follows through. Our industry is one that felt it last time that he was in office, and I know there's a lot of confusion out there on how tariffs work, and some people believe that, if it's from China, that the Chinese government pays the tariffs, and then, that's a tax on them to kind of retaliate. But the reality of it is the goods from wherever country that they're coming in are the same price, but they do tack on a percentage of them. And so whether that be a 25% or a 15% or a 60% or whatever number gets thrown out there, and then I pay that. And so when my bill comes in, I have that extra 15% on it. So, of course, we pass that along to the consumer. So, things can go up. Last time, I think China was at 25%. India was at 17%. Some of the Chinese tariffs, and I guess that's the good thing, a lot of the Chinese tariffs are still there. They really haven't gone away from last time because there was a bunch of things that they had to do to, basically have those drop from their country. So many billions of dollars of U.S. merchandise they had to pay for, and they didn't do that. So a lot of those are there, but some of the new countries that might get put back on there, India's had dropped off, so India might be back in there. We do get granite that comes in from Mexico. We have granite that comes in from Canada. We have granite that comes in from Sweden. It comes from all over the world. And unfortunately, it's not a situation to where it's like, oh, I want blue pearl granite, which comes from Sweden only. And it's like, well, I'll just buy it from Kansas instead. No, rock is made, naturally through pressure and heat and different, mineral in the ground. And so if you have that rock and it's that color, it probably only comes from that one spot in the world or that one region in the world. And so as much as I would love to be able to bring in a Bahama blue that's not from India, there's just no other place to get it. So if that's the color of the stone that you want, then that's, going to have that extra tariff on it. So we are encouraging people get in January to get some of those things. Yes, we have some things in stock, but some of those things are also going to get the tariff put on there because I have to replace them. And so just for that reason alone, we've got to calculate that in there. Otherwise, I won't be in business.
Yeah, there you go. And it's kind of unknown, too, because I've read some conversations that they're going to try to convince the president-elect to kind of tamper that back a little bit, but whether that will happen or not, we don't know. So
right.
You don't want to take that chance if you're out there listening and you're in need of this particular service. Get in now.
Right. Or at least come in and see what the options are. Maybe you're okay. Maybe Dakota mahogany is exactly what you want, or gray from Georgia is exactly what you want. But if your family has a marble stone out there and they call it Georgia marble, but guess what? That company's owned by Canada, and so everything goes process up and around through. So there's things like that we just don't. Yeah. We don't realize that are going to have some of those things on it. Morning rose is a really popular color around here. It's been sold since the 60s. It's kind of a pinkish color. In fact, I think maybe your folks' stone is the morning rose,
yes,
Dave.
It is, I believe.
If I remember correctly. So that's actually they call it North American pink, but it's out of Canada. So we've, in the past, not had a tariff on a Canadian color. And so now if we have that, unless they become our next 51st state,
which has been talked about too.
This has been talked about. We may have some additional costs on some of those colors that we just haven't had in the past, which really will limit it down to there's about 4 domestic colors that are pretty prevalent in the memorial industry. Not that there aren't other materials. You see building materials that are from the United States. Unfortunately, not all of those materials are suitable for memorial industry, or they don't manufacture for the memorial industry. And so, if you're fine with, hey, these are our colors, great. And there's a lot of people that are like that, and we have some people that come in and they're like, I want something regional, or I want something that's American, quarried and manufactured, and so we do that. But there are other people that we do a lot of black stones with wonderful artwork on it. That comes from India. And so there's just no other place to get that dark black that I can do that. It's a good problem to have, but, Courtney is our etcher here. She's a very talented artist, very popular. In fact, we got so stacked up. I just had 2 additional etchers in here for the last 10 days, just trying to get caught up and do etching and artwork, so that way we're clear and good to go now with our sale, so we can still get stuff done for Memorial Day. If they hadn't come in, we were probably looking at July deliveries for artwork on things that were sold today. So, but that black granite's gotta be there on it. So if that's something that you're thinking, you want lasers and you want etchings and high detail stuff, you need to get in and see us now.
Chris, also, and help me here, because you've grown a lot. You've expanded to all over, and this is the center. I mean, this is where it all started for Palmer Monument. So all of this work, this beautiful artwork you're talking about, is that go to all those other places as well?
For the most part, yeah. So we do have 2 production facilities. So we've got the one here, and then I have my business partners in Fremont, Nebraska. So the Blumker family was here until the mid-'80s. Kevin, my dad said, I'll stay in Broken Bow. Kevin said, I'll go to Fremont and run that facility. And so that family moved there. But Ted is my partner. So they take care of that portion of the state. But yes, I basically take care of York to Denver, and then from Mount Rushmore down to Garden City, Kansas. So kind of all just taken care of out of Broken Bow. So we service 9 of our locations here, and I don't know how many funeral homes. So
okay. Kind of a question back to, you mentioned COVID, and maybe would emphasize that these sales you have are very good opportunities to make plans and save a little money. Because like in the construction business, we remember lumber and everything, all the supplies, because of the COVID situation, shot clear up.
Correct.
Then we were hoping they would come back down. They have come down some. Is that kind of the situation with you as well?
Yeah, nothing ever comes clear back down. I will say our industry probably did not come back down like some of the other ones. And part of that was we were also way behind probably in reinvestment costs in our industry. So, like, I had manufacturers out there that when you went and visited their facilities in Georgia, I mean, they were still running the same saws and stuff that they had in the 30s.
Wow.
And so they just had not reinvested. And as those prices adjusted and some of the demand came off, they kept those prices higher just so they could reinvest back into their facilities and do that where they hadn't done that. Labor didn't come back down.
Right.
And we're a very labor-intensive industry. In fact, it used to be that everybody, thought, well, if I could bring in my own rock from the field or something like that, it'd save me a bunch of money. But the reality of it is that's a minimal cost on it, probably 20% of the cost that goes into the stone, and on average is maybe just the material in it. The rest is labor, that just transportation, shipping, all those types of things that go into it. And so our prices did correct on some of our imports. I mean, those things came off, so that helped on them. We didn't have those surcharges. But yeah, we went up probably 45% during COVID time, and we probably only got 10% back.
Well, and shipping itself with what you're shipping is got to be an expense. I mean, I understand labor and minimum wages all went up and everything above that's went up, but shipping is pretty expensive anymore.
Yeah, we'll have $8 to $10,000 just in a truckload of granite coming in.
Yeah.
So that's and you'll have 60 pieces on it maybe.
Yeah, because they're kind of heavy.
They are kind of heavy, So you figure that $10,000 and you divide it up and put it on there, percentage wise onto that, that adds quite a bit to the cost.
To kind of build off that, beyond the cost, what about just getting the product? I know that we've talked to you in the past that sometimes the product would sit somewhere before it got to you. Has that kind of straightened out a little bit more?
Thankfully,
Chris?
that's corrected out. So product, install times and production times and things like that have all pretty settled out. We were fortunate. A lot of our suppliers didn't see some of the extreme delays. I mean, we still had our Georgia manufacturers had long delays. We've been able to basically it was a mess down there, to be honest with you. They had buyouts and mergers and all that kind of stuff, and things got behind. And thankfully, one of the gentlemen that we had a long-standing relationship, and he had just right before COVID actually purchased his own manufacturing facility and was doing kind of double duty, helping the company that bought his old boss out and himself. And since then, we switched over completely to having him produce our stones. I knew his quality. I knew his production. He bought the place where our granite was coming from anyway. So that way I was confident in the material that was coming out. And thankfully those relationships, they've prioritized us pretty well. So our turnaround times are maybe lower than what somebody else's is to get that. But even that being said, they've been able to, I think they all learned from that a little bit too. Like Jonathan, for example, said, I realized that I couldn't tell every new customer that wanted to come on that, yes, we could take them on. I need to be able to take care of my customer. I can't have a 16-month wait for you to get my product. I need to be able to get it to them, in a 3-month time or less. And so a lot of that's rectified itself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, our production times, our delivery times, those are all in great shape. Obviously, there was a huge surge in demand with COVID, not only just because we had experienced some losses that we wouldn't have quite as soon, but we had a lot of people that had opened their eyes, and they were like, "Oh, I need to get this done because I could get COVID or something could happen to me and I could pass away, and I want to pre-plan." So. Not only did we have that, we had this huge surge in pre-planning that happened that just kind of also jammed up the pipeline a little bit. And so those have all normalized a little bit. Our production times are back. We're doing things real quick. Probably the biggest area that we have is if you need some custom artwork drawn, we just, Courtney's only one person. She can draw so much. We do have contractors and other people that help do some of those things, and we found some other ways around it. Maybe we don't do a hand etching, maybe we do a laser etch, and I've got a person that just designs laser etchings 100% for us now. Some things like that to take some pressure off. That's about the only time there's a delay. But we have more equipment than what we have. We have more people in our shop than what we've ever had. So our production times through, our setting crews are phenomenal. Probably the best that we've had in my 20 years back. Well, no doubt they're the best that we've had in my 20 years back. And my dad will say it's probably one of the top crews that we've ever had. And we've got 3 trucks that run out of here, 1 out of Kearney, 2 out of Colorado that kind of cover our region. And those guys they all have great pride in what they do. They're on average here probably now getting in that 8 years, with a lot of the guys on the trucks. So they're pretty efficient with what they do. So yeah, we're really, really fortunate to have the crews that we do have. And so yeah, production times are all hitting pretty good for us right now.
Good. Let's see, I wanted to double check. Yeah,
we hit 15 yet?
We're way over 15.
Oh,
that's really good.
Okay.
I'm glad. that works out really good because Christy's
I'm a little long-winded there.
No, that's all right because
Yeah.
she's probably a little worked up right now. So in conclusion, I would think with all of the information you've provided about, and this isn't all of them, but a lot of the aspects that go into the final price of having a monument made for your loved one, what's the process for the listener out there to get in and save some money and know that they're not going to pay more 5 years from now?
Right. So it'll never be cheaper than it is now.
Right.
And we do have those savings, as I mentioned before, from our coupons. They're in the paper. We have extra ones in the showroom, so just come on in. But, you can stop in. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. We do take a little lunch break in there, but you're welcome to show up and just walk in and grab us by chance. There's usually 3 of us in there that can help a family out. If you do know that you want to have either a specific person or you need to meet over your lunch hour, or you need to meet in the evenings or on a Saturday or something like that, just give us a call. We'll try to find out a time that works, that's mutually beneficial for everybody to do that. A Saturday, a Sunday, 7 o'clock at night. Most of the time if we have 2 or 3 available times that work for you, we can meet at one of those. So you can give us a call here in Broken Bow. It's 872-6467. At that one. Any of our locations, if you go on the web, you can about Google one of our locations and it'll come up, but themonumentpeople.com, if you go to that, that'll list the majority of our locations. We have added Holdridge and McCook. We do have our Sterling, Colorado, and Denver out there that we've got some people in that maybe aren't necessarily on our Monument People one just yet. But yeah, we can. That's the other thing to remember. Sometimes families spread out, and some are here in Broken Bow, and some are in Columbus, Nebraska, and some are in Kearney, and maybe Grand Island is the place that's central for everybody. We're real happy to do that, to have everybody meet that way. If you are stuck in your house and you're listening to this and you just can't get out, we can do things a couple of ways. We can get online together if you are a internet person and look at things over the phone together and figure out what to do. Or if you need somebody to come to the house, we can usually arrange somebody that will come to your house, and we'll bring some brochures and some books and things like that, and we can look at stuff and get you taken care of that way too.
What's the deadline, Chris?
Our sale will run through the end of February, so February 28th.
Okay. And you were talking about those tariffs. If we're going to see those, probably going to be in February, early March. So.
That would be my guess. Yeah. Who knows? And again, I'm hope that he has a lot of smart advisors, and a lot of them have kind of come out and said, hey, maybe we can't do what we wanted to do, or do it to a lesser degree. And so that's my hopes, that's what's going to happen. And all this little angst and worry on my end is for naught. But I always say you got to kind of prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah, you're a business person. You got to prepare for the worst. Yeah. And, there's also not talk about Canada, Greenland. There might be new monument material coming out of there.
Yeah. So I don't know what's over there, but we can sure take a peek at it.
I understand it's rich in minerals and oil. So
yeah, get there.
There might be a new stone come out of there.
Yeah.
All right. another question for you.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, I was behind you the other day. I don't know if I mentioned this.
I heard that I was talked about on the radio, but I did not go back and listen.
You let your beautiful wife off to work.
Oh, yeah.
And then, man, you obey all the rules. I didn't think I was ever going to get through there. I headed to the post office. I followed you across there. You stop. You look both ways. You do
all that.
It took forever to get to the post office.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. And you think I drop her off for work every day after lunch, and you think that she would be ready for that stop, that she could just open the door and fly out. But no, I mean, she's got to, she gets her purse, and she got to tell me that she loves me, and that she'll see me tonight. And a lot of times I get a kiss, and then she hops out of the car.
Wow.
So that probably is what slowed me down the most.
I don't mind slowing down for that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Come back and see us. Christy, yeah, everything's good here.
I'll come back in February and try to use a little bit extra time as well.
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be great.
All right.
But
Thanks,
folks, don't delay. Get in, make a phone call. And if you have a need in this area, and let's face it, we all do sometime or another, as you say, it will never get any less expensive than it is right now. All right. Thanks, Chris. News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Happy New Year from all of us at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. We thank you for trusting us with your family's care throughout the year, and we look forward to making your healthcare experience comfortable and dependable for years to come. We invite you to visit our website, melham.org, to learn more about us, including our services, history, careers, and more. That's melham.org. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care. Wishing you a happy new year.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We guarantee you the very best exposure in marketing your property, averaging over 40,000 visitors per month to our website. This market is hot, but if you want a premium for your farm, ranch, or recreational land, you need your property to be able to be found by investors and buyers. If you are thinking about selling, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
Hi, this is Andrew Mason with Pearson Physical Therapy, where we believe you should always receive the personalized attention you deserve. We use a collaborative approach to work together so we can help you achieve your goals. From post-surgical rehab and sprains and strains to back pain, arthritis, sports injuries, and everything in between. Come talk to us at Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow, 872-5800, or visit our website, pearsonpt.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President-elect Trump's just tweeted his complete and total support for his controversial defense secretary pick, Pete Hegseth, who's just entered a Senate chamber to cheers and boos with his confirmation hearing about to get underway. Military consultant Jeff McCausland.
The categories of the questioning, I think, will be in two. First will be Hegseth's personal conduct in past, and second will be a review of his qualifications to be Secretary of Defense based on his experience.
The Justice Department's released part of Special Counsel Jack Smith's report on election interference in 2020. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
He concluded that there was a, quote, unprecedented criminal effort by Trump and those around him.
Just in, U.S. and Israeli officials tell CBS News a draft deal for a ceasefire and hostage release in Gaza has been agreed to in principle. If all goes well, we're told it'll be finalized by Israel and Hamas this week. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Steve DeSager.
In the NFL playoff game Monday night, the Rams beat the Vikings 27-9. Sam Darnold was sacked 9 times, 6 of those in the first half when he had 1 interception and 1 fumble returned for a score. The Rams advanced to play at Philadelphia Sunday afternoon in the divisional round, while Minnesota's franchise in the last 20 years has a playoff record of 3-8. Coach Mike McCarthy will not be back with Dallas. The NBA late game went to the Spurs at the Lakers, 126-102. That contest was tied to start the fourth quarter. The Lakers at halftime did retire Michael Cooper's number 21. The Clippers were at home as well and beat Miami 109-98. Toronto ended a 5-game losing streak, edging Golden State 104-101. Houston 120-118 winners against Memphis as Jalen Green scored 42 points. In college basketball, Rutgers sent UCLA to a 4th straight loss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. 31 today, under overcast skies, winds out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, lows level off around 15. Highs around 45 tomorrow. Dry with temps a bit above average Thursday and Friday, and highs from the mid-40s to the low 50s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Designed with pride, sold with integrity. That's Palmer Monument in Broken Bow. Their staff is trained to assist you in the decision-making process. You'll know you're getting a result built from the very best workmanship and the highest quality of materials at Palmer Monument, Broken Bow.
Currently 16 degrees at 9:06, under a cloudy sky. Winds are out of the east, southeast at 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 30.29 and rising. Humidity at 89%. It did get up to 40 yesterday. I don't really know that I ever really felt like it was at 40, but that's what the actual temperature was. Now we are headed for a warming trend, a warm front moving through, and then get ready for another cold front a little bit later on. It's going to drop back down, but this weekend is going to be altogether pretty darn warm, at least on Friday for sure.
Yeah.
So good for going to ball games and wrestling and that sort of thing.
Yes, yeah, we don't mind good weather when we travel.
Tomorrow's going to be pretty darn nice, and it will be a great day to get out and take in an open house and tour of the new addition of Custer Care. They have been building and remodeling, and it's all done, and they would like you to come and take a look. So join them for an open house and tour of the new addition tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., and this is at Custer Care at 1020 South 2nd Avenue here in Broken Bow. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 872-6303. They'd love to have you stop by.
This Friday night, make sure you're at Sylvester's in Broken Bow because Wrecked Jenny is coming to the stage from 9 to 1 on Friday night. Remember Pasty Jenny. Well, you'll love Wrecked Jenny because Greg Lee is their lead singer as well. So they'll be playing your favorite rock songs from the 80s, 90s, and today, and there's no cover charge. So just come on out and have a good time. It'll be happening this Friday night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Wrecked Jenny going to be on the stage from 9 to 1 this Friday night.
All right, and remind you folks who are members of the Custer County Foundation Economic Group, I should say, you are invited to come and socialize a little business after hours through the Chamber of Commerce tonight. I imagine anybody who's interested in our economic development in this area is welcome to stop by the golf club here at Broken Bow Golf Club. I think they're starting around 4:30 today. They're going to have a little tournament with cornhole and just have some fun and kind of have conversations between business people and so forth. So that's taking place today. And I like that they're starting it early for us old guys.
Yeah, yeah.
You can go and be done by 7:30 and be home and get in, into your night clothes early.
That's always good.
Yeah. So that's taking place. And, of course, again, Custer Cares tomorrow with their open house, and they'd love to have you stop by there. And there's some other things coming up we'll be telling you about in the near future. Today, we're doing covers. And I should know the name of the group who originally performed this song and recorded it and released it. It was a big song in the 1960s, and if my wife is listening, I'll probably get a text because I should know this. It's right on the tip of my tongue, and I know I could Google it, but then what fun would that be? I believe the Verbs covered this a while back. It's called Black is Black. Black is Black by the originally Los Bravos.
Oh.
I knew it was a Spanish name.
Did your wife send you that in?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Information?
Yeah.
Thanks, Joan.
Yeah, thank you, Joan. I'm sure she didn't need to Google that one. That would have been in our youth, and you can always remember things. Well, Joan can. My brain's gone. But, yeah. I knew it was a Spanish type of name.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. It was right on the tip, you know? Yeah, that brought out a conversation off the air. I dreamt last night that Jeremy Shipe was on the phone. We were having a meeting, and Jeremy Shipe was on the phone trying to sell an advertising package to a drug cartel. And I kept having to tell everybody, quiet down. He's, and I had a name in the dream. It was the guy had a, it was also a Spanish name.
Oh, yeah.
A Colombian name, I think, probably.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah. And
by the way, if you're just tuning in, it was a dream.
It was a dream.
Okay.
Jeremy was not trying to sell.
I know how some people just tune in on the radio, and will tune in the middle of a conversation. This was a dream.
Right, it was a dream.
Yeah.
Okay. The term, oh, boy, did I step in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and I think we all have at least a time or two.
Oh, may have a couple times today already on the show. But I'm going to read it as it's written here for you.
Okay.
I think you can handle this one.
Okay, go ahead.
A poopy footprint sends a burglar to jail.
Oh, my.
Yeah, 20-year-old man caught breaking into a home, and the cops think he may be responsible for a string of robberies and burglaries, and a stinky footprint may have been what gave him away. He entered a shed through a window, but didn't realize he stepped in some dog doo-doo on his way in. And he left a poop-covered footprint, and that's how the police were able to track him down. They matched the crappy shoe prints to his shoes, and then he admitted to the burglaries. That means he was caught red-handed or brown-footed.
Wow, that's a story.
Wouldn't you think you'd smell that? I mean,
yeah.
There's nothing worse.
I don't know.
There's nothing worse than stepping in it, looking at your shoe, and you got
Yeah.
a big glob of something. I mean, it's a little different with like cow manure. That's but cat or dog is awful. Cat's the worst.
Yeah.
So when do you think you'd get in and you're robbery and you go, they must have a dog one.
Yeah. I don't know, but you're probably not thinking, even if you did step in it, you're probably not even thinking about leaving a footprint behind. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
not.
I don't know if that would come to my mind right away to look around and try to wash away the footprint. But anyway, that's an interesting story. That's some CSI stuff there.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be that complicated.
Well,
if it was a nice form of a footprint, like a particular sneaker. I don't want to put snicker together with. Never mind.
Oh, man.
Here's a cover from Alan Jackson. Because she doesn't, she's having breakfast and so forth, and so she likes to catch up on it later. But both of our moms are watching.
Yes.
It's true. And I don't know how does your family listen to the radio, Jack? You don't know? You don't talk to them anymore since you're in the big city here in Broken Bow? A little bit. Well, he's preoccupied with other things, I think. Yeah. I think he's got something else on his mind. Well, we'll close the show with one more cover. I think we'll just go with another cover with Alan Jackson. There's several here. One that I think he covered really well, as he did on all the ones he covered, was one called Mercury Blues.
There you go.
That's a good one. So have a good day, everybody. We'll meet here again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Please join us at that time. Will you be here?
Plan to.
I want to talk gourds tomorrow.
Oh, boy.